Good morning, everyone. Dalton Grados here with Grados Capital for a weekly, beginning of the new week, pre-market newsletter. Today is Monday, July 31st. If you haven't already, I do a daily pre-market newsletter sent to your email for free, so you can subscribe to that at the first link in the description of this video. And again, that's totally free. I do a written daily newsletter, but today, beginning of a new week, we're doing a special video for you guys. So first, let's go ahead and actually just look at the events we have coming up for this week. So really not much today. Not much Tuesday. This red folder, manufacturing PMI, and JOLTS job openings. Just don't be actively in a trade at 10 a.m. If you're, day trading. That usually kind of shakes up the market for like a minute or two and then, kind of fades away. So not really much. Remember last week we had a ton of news, Fed and big tech earnings and all that. So this week's, pretty chill. Regular, CPI on Thursday, I believe, unemployment claims, PMI, all that, normal stuff. So you have some stuff on Friday at 8:30 a.m. before the market opens. So overall, pretty calm week ahead as far as the news goes. Now let's look into what really matters to us most as day traders, which is the market generated information, the actual price action itself. So on the ES weekly chart, because it's a new week, pretty bullish, right? A bit extended to where I wouldn't be surprised if we get a pullback this week back into this volume imbalance area, which was our target a couple weeks ago, and we went right into it and filled it. And now, we could maybe pull back and consolidate in this area because, again, we're a bit extended on the weekly chart. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Then again, we could also, rally again, and really our next target would kind of be somewhere in this, in this consolidation area. So pretty much, 4,700 to like 4680 to 4,700, 4670 to 4,700, kind of this area here. So top of this sort of order block candle here, and into some of that this consolidation area, value area. So, and that's near the all-time highs. So, the bias for me, at least for the larger time frame charts, the weekly and the daily, is kind of neutral at the moment. We don't always have to know what the market's going to do. It's a little bit 50-50. The overall tone is bullish, so I wouldn't be expecting any massive sell-offs. But we could, here we are on the daily chart, we could kind of consolidate in this range. And maybe we break out to the upside. This is the area that I'd be targeting. So mark these on your charts, 4670 to 4700 on the ES. Now the NQ, on the other hand, this is what also has me more bullish, is the NQ. We talked about this fair value gap on the weekly chart, which was our target a couple weeks ago. We went right into it, right? But we still have some room to go if we want to actually fill the gap all the way up here to, 16,280. And that's also right near the all-time highs, about 500 points from the all-time highs on the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ has been more bullish overall, just through the whole span of things. So we could, fill that gap again and go all the way into it to the upside. But, again, wouldn't be surprised to see if we, balance a little bit in this area. I don't expect to see a major sell-off. Obviously, the trigger points for major sell-offs would be sort of below these big weekly candles, the bottoms of them. So kind of below, what is that, 15,550 would be, an area where we might start looking to pull back more, pull back deeper. But as long as we stay above that, the general tone is bullish again. Bullish to neutral, I would say. So that's, the weekly and daily chart. Again, daily chart, we could pull up into here. If we break the highs, we're definitely going to the 80 or the 16, the top of this range, we're at 16,280. Um, but we could drop around again. So it really just, you know, like I said, bullish to neutral on the intraday charts, or the weekly and daily charts. Now let's look at the intraday charts to see kind of what our setup is going into today. Now I'm going to look at both ES and NQ because, and this was ES. Okay. So again, we're balancing in range, right? So you see this range here, you see this range here on the ES. I've been trading a lot of NQ lately, but either way, both of them are correlated. We have the Dow too, which sometimes I'll trade the Dow if it's moving cleaner. But we're kind of just balanced in range for today. So this is again we're narrowing down the time frame going into today's open. There's not much really telling us here. Again, it's mostly neutral, right? Because we're fully within the overnight range is fully within Friday's range, and so there's no gaps to fill on the open. So we're literally like, look at where we are right here. We're literally like right in the middle, maybe upper half of Friday's range. So what that tells me is to wait and see at the open, right? There's no obvious setups for the market open. And for me, Mondays, so it's not that there can't be, obviously, first of all, our only job is to execute our setups, right? Our job is process oriented, not results oriented. So our job isn't even necessarily to make money on a particular day or on a particular trade because we can't control that. Our job is literally just to execute the setups, and that's it. So what this is telling me is to wait and see for a setup to develop. Not that setups don't happen on Mondays, but for me, what I have documented over time is that the odds are that Mondays are typically kind of a wait and see day, especially today because the larger time frames are kind of in a neutral zone. So I would wait and see. I might even just trade sim today and get into it on Tuesday through Friday, basically trade. Um, Again, if the setup is there, I'll take it today. But this market is just telling me wait and see for today. It's a new week, Monday, right? First day of the week. It's also the last day of July, the last day of the month. So I'm more inclined to just wait and see going into today. The better setups will probably develop a little bit later in the week. And that's it, right? So again, you don't have to trade every day. If you're trading on a low time frame, which I do trade on the 1 and 5 minute time frames, you could take maybe little scalp setups, but really only interested in the A plus setups. So wait for those to come. Again, it's kind of a neutral setup. So don't forget to subscribe to the daily newsletter. Link in the bio. You can also check out Apex Trader Funding in the link in the bio, or link in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow in your email for tomorrow's written newsletter.